What's up, the boxing world? Welcome to Strictly Boxing with Derek Poppy Rolon. Listen, man, everybody, man, this fight between Tank Davis and Frank Martin is looking to be a good fight, man. I'm hearing some good and bad things about both uh, fighters, man. They're picking both fighters. You know, we got a good fight. I don't know if it's 50-50. Very few people is scared and afraid to bet against Tank with his power. But a lot of people is acknowledging, man, that Frank Martin does have a chance. That he is a good fighter. He got a lot of power, and he come to fight. He got some heart. So, hey, let's wait to see, man. June 15th. We're gonna find out, man. Just more about Tank Davis, man. We thinking he's the making of the face. That he's the next one to really shine on everybody. And right now, we got a big challenge coming up with Frank Martin. So Tank Davis is 29-0 with 27 knockouts, and the thing that makes him so powerful is his power, and that's a good point. And that is definitely needed in the sport of boxing. We saw that with the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight. You know, Devin Haney would hit him, but he didn't have the knockout and the power. And so that's not the same issue with Frank Martin, because he has enough power that Tank will have to respect his power. Frank Martin is 18-0 with 12 knockouts. So that's a good knockout ratio, as we know that the power is on the same level, probably on the same level. What's going to make it a great fight to me, man, is this is two southpaws. You know, they 2 months apart in age, and they're in the prime of their lives right now, man. Both of them in the prime of their career. Both of them is undefeated, and both of them southpaws with power. That alone, man, sells a big fight for me, man. We're going to be fortunate to see this fight on June 15th. Now, I got a chance, man, to start looking at some of Frank Martin fights, and I never missed one of Tank fights, so just reflash to remember a little bit. But there was a fight that I watched with Frank Martin against Jackson Marinez. Jackson Marinez. Now, Jackson Marinez is a good fighter, and he hit hard also. He hit hard. He got good power, man. He was 19-2 when he fought Frank Martin, and he had I think it's around 7 knockouts. So the punching power not on the same level like that, you know, with the knockout ratio. But there was a controversial loss that he had where I believe it was stopped or something, and he was winning the fight and stopped in the 10th round or something like that. But he was a good fighter, and I got to see some good things about Frank Martin watching that fight. Frank Martin can move, man. He can move. He's sharp. He can hit, you know. He's not a bad fighter, man. And that's going to be, to me, it's going to be Tank Davis's biggest test. I mean, Ryan Garcia was a good fight with him. Ryan Garcia, I think he had the right game plan to jump on and get a fresh start, get a fast start with him. Looked good against Gervonta. I thought he had hurt Gervonta in the second round, because Gervonta was holding, looked like he might have hurt. But even in the process of him being hurt, he managed to catch him with that straight left hand and drop him in the second round. And then later on, he wound up finishing Garcia with a body shot. And he couldn't get up from that body shot. So we got to see Tank in a situation where he had to still fight and get himself out. Man, I've been a Tank fan, man. I was convinced, you know, not too long ago, man. To be honest with you, man, I didn't see much of him other than power until he was able to beat Santa Cruz, man. I thought, wow, this guy fights some real fighters, man. You know, he beat Santa Cruz, he beat Garcia. Like, this guy is not afraid to fight the top guys, and now he's fighting Frank Martin. So big shout out, man, to Gervonta. He's fighting the guys. He's giving the fans what they want to see, and that's what we can't say nothing about that, man. He's not ducking nobody. So what do we think about the fight? What, if anything, could Frank Martin do to beat Gervonta Davis. Well, I'll tell you what I think he needs to do. I think he needs to get a start fast, because sometimes Gervonta likes to start slow and feel his way into the fight. And if Frank jump on him early, he might get a chance to catch him cold and catch him. And he's a hard puncher. He might catch him. He might catch him, and he can get lucky. He can get lucky in that way. I think he needs to work on his defense, though, man. He does get hit. I don't know if his hands is down low or he's not moving his head enough. But even with the fight against Marinez, Frank was getting hit too much, man. I think he cannot take that punch, those type of punches with a Gervonta. So defense is going to have to be something that I hope they worked on in terms of getting Frank Martin ready for Gervonta, because I saw a few fights with him and he just didn't look like the defense, other than moving, he was moving pretty good with his feet and his legs, which is a very good defensive tactic. But I think he carried his hands too low, or he wide with his punches, because he's getting caught with a lot of punches. In my opinion, what I think Gervonta need to do is to really be mindful of the fast start, man. Don't wait so long to start, to be cold and get caught out of pocket. He also need to work on his defense, even though he's been shown that he took a good punch and he come back and he get his. Defense is very important. But I think if I was Gervonta's corner, I'd be telling my fighter, let's work to the body, man. Let's dig to the body. Bang the body for a while, man. Don't worry about his head. He moves a lot. Two southpaws is going to be awkward for each fighter, because, like Gervonta was able to pull off of Ryan Garcia's left hook, roll over a little bit, and then bang him with the straight left. But it's difficult if you got two southpaws together. Now, your jab and his jab kind of coming from a different direction. So how do you counter a left over the jab? And you both southpaws, might be a little awkward. So I would, Gervonta, I would dig to the body. I would stick that jab down the body, bang, bang. Worry about the body more so than the head. And his body attack and his body punches is awesome. And so, if I had to pick a fight, though, I think if I had to take somebody, if I was betting, I'll take Gervonta Davis by stoppage. I think he'll stop him by the 6. If he doesn't get caught cold, get caught with one of those big left hands. Now, I did a video some time ago, actually my most popular video, called The Right-Handed Southpaw. And a lot of southpaws that we're seeing now is not really southpaws, So it's awkward to fight them, because they both got, people right-handed, they got jabs, they got good right hooks. But this fight, we got two legitimate fighters with good jabs and good straight left hands. Going to be something to see. I'm looking forward to it. June 15th, man. We got Frank the Ghost Martin fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. 12 rounds, championship bout. On the same card, we got David Benavidez. He's going up against a good guy. I can't pronounce his name, but it's one of the Russian names. But I think it's going to be a good card to see. We got two championship bouts at the same night. David Benavidez is on the card, co-main event with Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin. Going to be a good, outstanding card. Looking forward to seeing it. June 15th. Listen, do me a favor, man. If you like the channel, hit the thumbs up button, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'll appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, so you'll be notified when I do another video, or every video that I do. And also, man, let's see what you got to say about it. Who do you think, Frank Martin or Gervonta Davis? Tell me why. Peace.